Hello Libra, thank you for tuning in for the June Zodiac Wheel readings. I'm Elle and my readings are for the Libra sun signs, rising signs and moon signs, and they are a general reading for the general collective. If you do wish to book a more personal in-depth reading with me, just have a look at those details down there. It's got my email and the web page details that you can go to and book in for a reading there. Now this month I'd like to ask you to let me know in the comments below where you'd like me to ask Great Spirit, or what you would like me to ask the universe for the picker cards and picker pole spreads. I also like to do those on the new moon and the full moon, and I just thought if you want to ask a particular question, just leave the question with pick a card there in the comments box, and I will incorporate that into my pick a cards and pick a pile spreads. Okay, I'll be doing the shuffling a bit different this month because I've got a bit of an injury. I have a few stitches in there and it makes it a little bit hard to shuffle the normal way. So I'm just going to tweak the cards and shuffle them around this way instead this month. Okay, so now I'd like to invite Great Spirit, my guides and angels to join me in this reading for Libra for their highest good, and I would like to give thanks for any messages that come through for Libra for their highest good and for the good of all concerned. Okay, one's switched over, so we'll take that and put it down first. What do we have there? Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Very nice card to have there as your first house influence, or influencing the first house. So with that, it's letting you know that you're able to get the harvest happening now. I feel that you've been working away diligently, and now it's time to reap the harvest. Lovely way to start the reading for the month. Yes. So, and then I'm being shown also here that in the second house here, you actually have that new growth. So this harvest that's coming in is just the beginning, I feel. There's something new that you have switched your hand to, or taken a new path and cultivated a new idea. And that's being shown here with that Ace of Wands. It's showing me there that you are on your way to really blossoming with this new idea. Many choices also for you to pick from. You have the Lovers there in that third house of communication, and with that third house energy being influenced by this major arcana here, of the Lovers, also has a lot of energy activating it this month as well, because the new moon is in Gemini, which is the traditional third house, and that's on the 3rd of June. And around that time, the importance of communication and your feelings and emotions are strong, which is being depicted here by the Lovers as well. So let's just see what happens there with communicating emotionally around that time. Now, also here in the early part of July, really, Mercury's still in Gemini, so that's also having a quite a influence there through that 3rd house energy, again about communication, especially the Gemini. It's in its own sign, so but it can make your emotions a bit raw, or you're expressing them a bit raw. But here on the 5th of June, Mercury moves into Cancer, so therefore it moves into the 4th house here. And now, again, that is a emotionally orientated energy there with the Mercury in Cancer. But you'll be able to reflect your sensitivity and empathy, and show true caring for others with that Mercury in Cancer energy. And in that 4th house, which is the base of the wheel, we have the 8 of Cups. Now, I don't know if there's someone that you have to let go of or walk away from. That's one of the, it's in the home and it's family orientated, and you know, this person might actually be having to go away for work, and you may not, or you have to go away for work, you're not wanting to really have to do things that way. That's one message I'm getting there through that influence in the 4th house. And the other one that I'm feeling quite strongly with this is realizing that just because things are changing doesn't mean that you still haven't got the security, or you still haven't got that emotional support. That's still there. It's just being shown that here that you can move ahead in your own, on your own 2 feet kind of thing, and it does indicate a little bit of a journey that involves a little bit of a distance as well. So see what comes up there for you as well. Now, here in the 5th house, Libra, you have a victory and celebration and acknowledgement being shown to you here. So that is a very nice sign that you've accomplished some of the things that you really want, and other people have recognised it for you. This is in the area of fun and entertainment, and I'm feeling like after a bit of a restriction, because I feel with Librans over the last couple of months that there's been something standing in their way or holding you up, and I'm just feeling like you're able to actually have a bit of fun and be given a bit of leeway. Now, here in your workhouse, you have the Hangman being represented there. So there's a bit of limbo connected to work for some reason. So let me know what that is, and maybe you've just taken annual leave. But it's just showing, you know, being suspended in a bit of time to meditate and contemplate, making sort of decisions of where and how you want to move ahead. And I feel with this, there's revelations that it's going to be coming through for you. So you must, hopefully you'll be listening to that quiet voice, the one that just whispers to you and lets you know what path is the right way for you. Here in your partnerships, you have the Ten of Wands. So there is something being shown to me there that I feel you may be taking on a lot of responsibility. And that's partnerships of all kinds, relationships, marriages, and or friendships, and it can be opponents as well. So see what presents there for you. Now, with this being the partnership area of the wheel, it is ruled by Libra, and the moon in Libra will be on the 11th of June. And that energy there on the 11th of June with your moon in Libra is going to be wanting for you to take action to create harmony and not to wait for others to initiate it. There's also that energy with with the moon in Libra of balance and harmony, attracting like-minded people, and for those of you that like to indulge in meditation and deep breathing techniques, it's a very good time for calming your center to create your harmony, actually. So so even though you've got to carry these responsibilities and burdens, it can be done harmoniously, and you might even be delegating a few things so that you're not overloaded with it. So good on you, Libra. Now here we've also got the influence of the Hierophant in that 8th house area here. Now the Hierophant is something that conforms and plays by the rules type of energy, and with it being there in the area of finances and other people's resources, emotional values, birth and rebirth and beginnings and endings, the message that's coming through here is about conforming, and it's also to do with well, it is about your spiritual beliefs. It's about whether your understanding of that. Because the 5 in the major arcana is the Pope. So yeah, it is about your beliefs and your spiritual values, and it's also connected with the Hangman here. That's also another enlightenment card. You've got a couple of major arcana actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 major arcana. Now when there's 4 or more major arcana, it's sort of saying that the universe actually does have the first move. So it won't. Don't be surprised if you do get a few little undeniable signs or messages. They could come in a form of epiphany, or just that something takes place that you just can't ignore that. You've got to think deeper when you recognise it as a sign. So yeah, that's the energy coming from there. Now here in the area of higher knowledge, long distance travel, and well, it is the philosophy area and things like that. So there's the King of Wands influencing that. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, because it is ruled by the Sagittarian Jupiter energy here in the 9th house on the wheel. And so it's sort of like a double whammy that it's got a fire sign card there with the King of Wands as well. So that could be influence that's influencing your philosophy, or influencing something to do with long distance travel or news from far away places. The other thing that's happening also connected with the fire signs and Sagittarius, which rules the 9th house also, is that on the 17th of June, the full moon will be in Sagittarius at 26 degrees. And that is the point in our sky that we find the galactic centre, 26 degrees of Sagittarius. So down here in the southern hemisphere, in Australia, we've got a brilliant view of the galactic centre because of the way Australia faces out to the Milky Way. And yeah, so when you're looking up at the full moon on the 17th of June, you'll be looking towards the galactic centre of our magic universe, which is an awesome concept if you actually think about it. So I would suggest to get out there, take your shoes off if it's not too cold. In the southern hemisphere it's winter, of course. In the northern hemisphere it's going into summer at that time of year. But regardless, it's a wonderful time to connect your earth walk with the universal energy and the universe, in the sense of seeing how the universe is having the first move, really. Now, that time with that full moon in Sag, there's the energy that's coming from it will be a bit of a double whammy, because the galactic centre actually has very powerful rays of force and energy coming out, and for the full moon to be there right on that degree, it sort of, you know, boosts it up a bit. So yeah, that sense of breaking away from your normal routine can be beneficial if it's not done to too much of an extreme, and also a favourable time for those of you that need to study or research or do any of that kind of work, because these frequencies are very beneficial for liberating concepts. So it's a good brainstorming time, and epiphanies and things like that aren't unlikely. So I do feel for there's those of Librans out there that watching this, there's some undeniable messages or signs that you are going to notice, and I don't feel in any way that it's showing here that they're warning you about something you need to watch out for. It's more little signposts of which direction to go in as you're navigating your way through this month. Now here in the 10th house we have new beginnings. Again, even though it's not an ace, it's still the early stages of growing the new pathways that that are opening up for you, because this is the zenith of the wheel, and how the outside world, we deal with it and it deals with us, kind of thing, really. So two options there for you. One direction I feel that you'll sort of start going in, and due to that a fork in the road will appear, and you will be looking at the second option as well, and it is to do with your career and that area of your life. Here in the area of hopes and wishes, friendship groups and social network, you are being influenced here by the Four of Wands, which is, the Fours are a wonderful stability, and showing that even though they may have appeared to be, pardon me, a hold on things and holding you back, this is showing that you're getting your balance back, and you're getting a firm grip on your earth walk again now. And I really feel that you've been wishing here for that security, that in your home life, the security of knowing where the money is coming from and how you're going to be able to sustain yourself. All of that is what you've been trying to manifest, and it's showing me here that, you know, it's a pretty happy occasion with this one, and celebrations even are abound. Now, I do feel that it does connect to down here in your base of the 4th house, because I feel a lot of this co-creating that you've been trying to do, and things to do with friendships, have been orientated around your home and the security of that. And even though there is a need here to allow there to be the flexibility for coming and going from the home as well. Now, here in the 12th house, you have another major arcana, and it is the Chariot. And the Chariot is triumph and victory. And in the 12th house, which is traditionally ruled by Pisces and Neptune, victory is the main message from that influence. Anything to do with your mode of transport or travel, and whether it's long distances or short distances, is under favourable influences here as well. And the interesting thing about the Neptune in Pisces is that it is, which it is at the moment, it can inspire us to great acts of selflessness as well. And even though Neptune can be known as the brain, brings the brain fog and the confusion sometimes, Neptune, so with that, it's very important that you make sure that you've got the facts and you know what the truth of the matter is. Because that sometimes that Neptune energy, and especially in Pisces, there can be misleading information, so you don't want that. But it's wonderful for helping the disadvantaged and charity work. It's great for developing your spiritual and mystical teachings and learnings. you may be very attracted to understanding something in that kind of realm. It's a wonderful vibrational energy to discover how you fit into the entire universe and ask to be shown signs, so you can be guided not only for yourself but also very often for the benefit of others. Now, that is main energies coming out of that 12th house area this month, Libra. Now, I am using the confirmation card reading as well, but I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So I'm just going to ask now for the confirmation for the reading for Libra for June 2019, please. And I'm cutting the cards. And what do we have? We have the 10 of Spring, Saint Bernard dog. Now, the Saint Bernard dog message for you, Libra, is you're working far too hard and the stress will soon become too much. Reach out for help from others and take some time to play and enjoy life. How lovely. Well, that's a lovely message there for you, Libra. Take some time to play. That's that victory. So, as I said, you've been sort of held back a bit in recent times, and it's showing here, Libra, that, yeah, it's time for you to play and have some fun. So thank you so much for tuning in and for letting me know how you feel these frequencies are being felt for you in the comments below. I do read all those comments and respond to them as well. I'm going to ask that you let me know what question would you like me to ask for the pick a card for this month, for this full moon, and I probably will do something on the new moon as well, so I might do the pick a pile then. Okay, so do let me know if you have any question that you think would be good for one of those videos. And you can also go to Facebook to Elle Intuitive and find me there and friend me there, or you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I've included all the information down in this description box for you. So if you want to find out any more deep information, I update my website frequently, and the website is completely free. So it's www.lpsychicastrology.com, and you can book a reading there too. So I'm doing readings through Skype as well as recorded personal readings and readings in person as well. So until we talk again, Libra, thank you so much for tuning back in and for liking, subscribing and sharing. Loving light and blessings to you all. Namaste.